before we start, I guess just give a minute or so just to introduce yourselves and what you do, and then we'll jump right into the questions.
ค่ะ I'm
Good
first.
Rose, ladies first, of
สวัส
course.
ดีค่ะ Hi everyone. Lovely to see everyone still like very energized at this time. My name is Rose from TCEB. Our role is to promote mice industry in Thailand. And recently we trying to using the digital and innovation in order to uplift the way that we service our stakeholders and industry better.
I know you do a lot of work for your department. You have the data stuff, the data that we dashboard out
Please
there.
visit our booth.
Yes, visit the booth. Talk to Kun Pumin. He'll show you the dashboard and other things that they have over at the pop-up booth. It's a new design too, from what I understand. All right, Kun Napat, do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
All right. Thank you for the introduction, Kun Paul. It's an honor to be here. My name is Napat. I go by Pun. I'm a content creator. I make content about lifestyle, fitness, wellness, and travel. So originally, I came from an investment banking background. So during this panel, I will try to provide a strategic perspective and also a creator perspective.
All right, fantastic. Let's jump right into the questions. We don't have that much time, so let's go right into this. So, MICE events have evolved beyond just attendance metrics and venue capacity. Kun Rose, how do you see user-generated content reshaping the value proposition of business events for destinations like Thailand?
Okay. First of all, after COVID, we've been doing some research about what would be the trend for the visitors per se, because I believe most of the audience here, we are promoting our destination. And the theme for this event is destination marketing. So it's very essential that we have to understand the way that our target audience thinks and what are the touch points that we can connect or communicate to them. So from the research that we do, and few sessions before us already mentioned about Gen Z. That's why we in the same panel with a gentleman similar age like my son.
I thought you said by yourself. You are Gen Z. You are Gen Z.
Yeah, because just to elaborate more that Gen Z, they will be penetrate our industry, and it can be both from the organizer side and visitor side. But for this session, maybe we focus on the visitor side. So the insight that we found is that they are very result-oriented. They like to travel, but the way that they travel, they do a very short trip, but they expect more from what they spend. So the event like MICE, they really see as the value because they think that they can listen to people in the industry, and they believe in the content that speaker talk, but they also validate the fact through ChatGPT or something else as well. So I think that's resonate how we see the trend. Okay, by the way, if people want to know about the trend in MICE and tourism, you can also QR code this and see more about generation change. So as we believe that they want to hear more about the content, but again, they can find out things from the internet as well. So how can we make it different to them? So it's something that our industry should, is ring the bell that if you want to make your event successful, you have to create DNA of your own event. But in terms of visitors, they seek more experience. Like if they travel, they come to visit the event, they would like to also, experience more about the local, like you did the technical tour yesterday. And these are the things that when they experience, they will resonate, they will echo about what they experience in their own platform. So that's why we trigger about user-generated content is the way that MICE, we should focus on this. So we started to work with these people in order to learn how what are the touch points that they go. Like if you go to social media in certain platform, maybe picture tells the story. Other platform is short message, but quick update. But the other platform, maybe you can elaborate more on what you find, and you can add on your ideas. So this is the trend that trigger the way that we communicate with our target group.
Right. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, leveraging UGC is extremely important nowadays. And and Napat, the content creator influence economy really has matured over through the years, over the past decade. So, from your perspective as a content creator, what value do influencers bring to events and destinations more than traditional marketing cannot achieve?
So before I answer your question, I want to ask everyone in this room a quick question. Could you please raise your hand if you have TikTok downloaded on your phone? TikTok? Wow, okay. And what about Instagram? Wow, okay, so basically everyone. Okay, so the truth is, all our attention today is on social media such as TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And for marketing, attention is a currency of marketing. So that's where I believe the strongest marketer in 2025 are the content creators and the influencers. So what content creating brings that traditional marketing cannot bring is the values that comes from a human perspective. So traditional marketing often tells people the information on what the destination has to offer, while the influencer or the videos can communicate the emotion sides more effectively. And I think that's what people value the most now, because with the internet era and the AI era, the informations are everywhere. But people still chose to consume those kind of informations through a person they trust, which is, in my view, the content creator.
But yeah, and especially these days, a lot of people younger generations are more and more likely to use social media to get their information and get their recommendations. So, so Kunrose, so TCEB has been pioneering work in the influencer ecosystem. Can you share some specific projects or initiatives that you've implemented, and what were the strategic objectives and what insights emerged from working with content creators?
Okay, we've been having a sandbox project that we work with the creator and influencer, that we introduce MICE industry to them, because we know that a lot of bloggers or influencers, they know about tourism, because tourism is very attractive in a way that you see the pictures, and other industry like fashion, retails, they already use blogger, but only few that they can create the content about MICE, because we focus on, like, if we say the supply side, we focus on the meeting room, the facilities, it's sometimes quite, it's not attractive enough. But the good things about the creator and influencer is, if they understand you, they have the way that they can create the story to their targeted audiences or followers. So we just this year we create the campaign that we work with Telscore, with the influencer and content creator in Thailand, that we invite those creators, and Kunpan is one of the ecosystem that we invite, and we share them. MICE is the blue ocean for you, that you can tell the story in different perspectives. Business people, once they do the business, if they travel, they will eventually become the tourists anyway. So why don't you tell other stories? Like he's into fitness. Most of them, the meeting recently, people when they come, in the morning they go jogging, running, or even go trail. So why don't you incorporate these kind of activities into the business events? And also if they come, they want to meet the local communities. Like for in Bangkok, we introduce them to the running community nearby QSNCC. So when they, in the morning, they can go and running with the people, like-minded people, and then later on come to the serious meeting. And also, we also work with the content creator from China, that they come to the fitness event, Spartan event, that I still learning from these people, maybe they want something different, hardship in their life, that they want to torture themselves, So, but anyway, Thailand is a destination for this kind of event. So we engage with the Chinese influencer that she joined the activity and she showed about how she experienced in Thailand. So this is something that we are not too forced content. It's natural content that people, they have a choice to believe in what we provided. And I see that is a very sustained way that we not to hard sell about the destination, but it's just something that we offer. If they think it's fit to their interest, they can come to Thailand.
Right. And for you, Napat, I mean, so when you create content, what are you looking to represent, and how do you sort of select that? What's that selection process? What makes something worth highlighting to you or to any content creator?
So I would say Thailand is definitely the place to be to make content in Southeast Asia. I truly believe that. I'm not just saying that because I'm Thai, but I feel like Thailand got a little bit of everything. We got a vibrant culture. We got a very welcoming and friendly people. Each city has its own atmosphere. Like if you go to Bangkok, it will be like a city life, but whereas if you come here, you'll experience the nature. Whereas if you go down south, you'll see the beaches. Each city has its own story, and it's not hard to make content here, I'm gonna be honest. You can just wake up and film 10 videos without even like trying too hard. But what I always look for when I make a content or when I go to a physical place is I try to see what something worth highlighting at a physical place. It can be the way the visual looks, the way the building is designed, how it's unique from other places. And the second, I would say how the place makes me feel and what emotions it brings to me. That way I can communicate that toward my audience. And lastly, I would say what my audience can take home away from me. What my audience would feel after watching the video, what can they learn from this, and how I would inspire them to visit a place.
Well, but I also want to ask you this though. So what's that challenge though? How do you maintain a balance between like authenticity and creating content in partnership with events or a sponsor, right? I mean, how do you balance that creative freedom with sort of your partner expectations? That's got to be difficult, right?
Yes, for sure. Yes. So oftentimes I'm always working with brands and places to promote events or certain products. And for me, authenticity is a non-negotiable thing. So my rule of thumb is I never lie to my audience. I always have to keep my content very purposeful. The thing is, you can't lie to your audience because in this day and age, people view influencer as like their friend. It's like when you make a video, it's like a friend telling to a friend. And like I'll give an example. If I lie to my audience, or if I over-exaggerate a certain product, and imagine like they recommend it to a friend or they like bring their family to this restaurant I recommended, and the food is not like as good as I recommended it to be, the trust is broken from there. So that's how I never lie to my audience, and I believe that business owners actually benefit from that because when you have a content creator who's honest about highlighting their products and not over-exaggerating it, it makes the authenticity kind of attractive to the viewers.
Right. And for Conrose, for them, work with influencers and content creators. What's TCEB's approach to engaging with content that captures Thailand's cultural identity and local community stories? And how do you balance that creative freedom with destination marketing objectives?
Yeah. Maybe there would be a little bit different to like certain product that Kun Pans mentioned. For us, we sort of like create the like yesterday people go technical tour. We create the experience. We prepare the experience for them. So if we work with you, then you experience it and you show sort of like sharing your experience. But then in terms of decision making, usually like even meeting planner or other organizer, they will have to look into details. So I think to work with the influencer would be, we communicate the key content. We communicate the experience that we offer. And we also use that reach, that we can reach out to the new generation. But in order to make decision, there's another step. And I trusted that for MICE industry is different to like going to the restaurant or other places. So this is how we think is a deeper connection. So we just sort of like finding a new way to work with a new platform in order to tap into the new generation in a more reach of span, of customers.
Well, I mean, it's very innovative from TCEB's end, right? Because you never hear sort of mice really engaging with UGC. So, a lot of credit to you and your team for really taking that initiative. So I think we're just about time, but I'll end on this last question. I know we're over time. My team's going to kill me. But, okay. And very short answer. Looking ahead, what defines a successful content-driven MICE destination, and what's one actionable step Thailand or any destination should do to take a lead in this space?
As I mentioned, I'm already believing that Thailand is leading in Southeast Asia as a place for content, and an actionable step I think we could take is possibly giving creators an access point or the authenticity to allow them to tell the story in their own way with the right kind of information. So what I would recommend is one brief that every creators could read about the events that is going on, and the access point for them to have the right access to go to those kind of events or those places for them to tell their own story in their own kind of way, because each creators have their own kind of like way of storytelling, how they view life, and that's really unique, and I think that's why it is a blue ocean and it's a growing industry. Yes.
Great.
For us, after we did the first project, we become very greedy, and we believe that every MICE stakeholder, we can be the influencer or creator. So we just launched a new campaign that we invite people to showcase or it become Hall of Fame for everyone. We should be proud of the industry that we are in. So we create the digital campaign, the online marketing campaign called in Thai is MICE อวดดี if it's in English it will be MICE Thai to me, so it's the beam that people say don't Thai to me, so we just say MICE Thai to me in a proud way that okay, as an organizer, as a content creator, or as anyone in the ecosystem, what do you think about your profession, about your industry? If you're proud of it, just tell it so. So I think this is a very impactful channel that within me, I have certain people follow me. You have certain people follow you. So if single voice, it creates the ripple effect as well. So we learn from the creator that we can also be the creator the way that we are.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're all content creators, right?
Yep.
I mean, we all have access to social media and post daily anyway. So thank you so much. A big round of applause to Kun Napat and Kun Rose.